venue. Red flag has been taken away. Johan Zarco on pole.
Zarco got away well, but Marc Marquez got the dream start from the middle of that front row. Surely it will be Marquez that will get the whole shot. Zarco, though, holds firm, leaves his braking really late. Rossi's up in the third place from fourth, running off. That's down out the Wienslang, so Jonas Folger's start has been a disastrous one here. Andre Iannoni's had a great start. He's up from 16th to 10th. Zarco on that soft front, soft Michelin rear tyre already starts to break away from Marquez and the chasing pack.
That was the plan, and that is exactly what is the first time they crossed the line. What will Zarco's advantage be at the front? It is 0.6 of a second over Marquez, Rossi, Petrucci, Redding, Battista, Vizioso, Crutchlow, Iannoni and Vinales. That is your top 10.
Yeah, Scott Redding picked off Alvaro Bautista to take that.
Dutch problems.
Yeah.
He's increasing that lead at the front, but I think you've got to be patient, haven't you, if you're in the chasing pack, because you know that probably those softer option tyres are going to start degrading before the end of the race.
Well, that's what the chasing pack hope. It's down to Johan Zarco, 5.001, just about a tenth and a half quicker than Johan Zarco. Redding and Bautista are having a real good joust for fifth place.
I couldn't see Bautista because he'd actually got past Scott Redding, hadn't he?
So Marquez just a fraction faster last time around than Johan Zarco. The top four really holding station
in the shape of Marc Marquez and Valentino Rossi and Danilo Petrucci right in there as well.
Hervé Poncharal already taking big gulps of water. Dry mouth already for the team boss. He won't have many fingernails left by the end of this race as well if Johan Zarco continues this charge to what would be a magnificent... Yeah, Vinales knew he had to be aggressive at the start of the race, but he's only picked up one spot so far. He's down in 10th place, still the World Championship leader. Andre Iannoni's having a really strong ride. He started 16th, but he's just on the last lap picked off Cal Crutchlow. So Iannoni really baring his teeth for the first time this year on that Suzuki. Yeah, the theory, which of course has been thrown out of the window quite a few times this year, is with that hard tyre on the rear of that Yamaha, Rossi should have maybe a little bit more life, a little bit more endurance for the final third of the race. We'll find out how it pans out. It's going to be intriguing because Zarco's got the soft rear tyre and Marquez has got...
I've really got to get out of this battle. Oh, Iannoni up the inside of Vizioso. He gave him half an inch and he came through. That's the old Andre Iannoni.
And he would have loved that move, putting up the inside of his old teammate on the factory Ducati. He's got the red mist down here, Andre Iannoni, next in his sights.
Way to go yet, 21 laps to go for 26-lap race. These very much the early stages into the harbour. And then this succession of right-handers. We ride with the 9 times winner here in ASSEN, Valentino Rossi.
Danilo Petrucci just fired in his personal best lap of the race. Pedrosa's way down in 13th place. Jorge Lorenzo still not been able to find himself into the point scoring places. Lorenzo currently circulating way down in 16th.
To look at Jack Miller currently running in 11th place, right at the just at the end of this battle. Then we have a Lacia Spargner corner down towards the Wienslang. As you were, you're absolutely right now. This is like a firework waiting to explode big time, and it is going to explode. Probably be a few laps more before it really starts getting tasty.
Still 20.
The lead, he opened up a bit of a gap, but the trio have caught him. And at the moment, they're quite happy to just sit there and wait. Though I thought Valentino Rossi had a little thing about getting up the inside of Marquez there at the chicane.
You have to give more kudos and take your hat off again to Danilo Petrucci.
40 years ago, I could be involved in a race like this.
This could be a ride-saving ride by Scott Redding the way he's going. He's riding for his future. Lots of rumours about whether Pramac Ducati are considering other options. Well, we know they are. They've been talking to Jack Miller, they've been talking to Franco Morbidelli, and Scott Redding needed a big result to try and know whether he might be just running out of a little bit of edge grip with that soft option rear tyre on.
Ross has had a couple of looks at Marc Marquez, and without making any sort of move up at turn 1 and at the chicane. As far as the championship goes, if Vinales could finish in front of Dovizioso and be 4th or 5th in this race, I don't think he'd feel it was a bad afternoon's work, do you?
Something happened to Andre Iannoni, didn't it, last time around? Because Iannoni was right at the front of this group. He did a 136.2, so whether he had a run when he's riding for his future, of course, so much speculation that Aprilia are pondering and contemplating replacing him alongside Lacia Spargaro next year.
At the front, Valentino Rossi still in third place. Zarco, Marquez,
Olga's
Rossi,
crashed as well.
Oh, Jonas Folger's had another say. Alvaro Bautista on that GP16 is quick. And he's quite capable of staying with these guys as we stand at the moment. Redding coming under real pressure. Dovizioso thinks about getting up the inside of Vinales. Decides perhaps not the thing to do.
Don't think Vinales is going to be quick enough to attack. So Yamaha 1-2 then. Johan Zarco, the rookie sensation, still leading. Marquez led briefly off the line. Zarco, though, did get the whole shot, and that's where he's been at the front of this race right from the get-go. But he's under real pressure from Rossi. He's been ice cool so
classic encounter here.
Rossi's going for it.
Rossi's in the lead. Rossi at turn one. He did it on the previous lap against Marquez. He's done it again. Valentino Rossi leads here in Assen.
The majority of the 105,000 fans packed here into... Oh, there's a touch peg. Now, we know Johan Zarco, if he sees a gap that's an inch wide, he's going to take it. He's not shy when it comes to aggressive overtakes. Fortunate that it was not more dire consequences for the pair of them there.
It has ignited now, hasn't it? This is it. We ride with Valentino Rossi, we ride now with Marc Marquez in second.
Disaster for Maverick Vinales. We potentially could have a new World Championship leader heading to the German Grand Prix in the Sachsenring. Nightmare for Vinales.
Down he goes, coming out of the chicane. Left-hander loses the front end, and his championship lead almost certainly will disappear. We ride with him. They are ready for the fight of all fights.
Deary me, I've got to say, there was no room there for Zarco. Massive whack on the left shoulder. Valentino Rossi's got a big black mark on that right shoulder. Rossi was running a wide line, no doubt about it, but he was cutting it back to the apex when he got a, I wouldn't say a friendly tap from Johan. Through the checkered flag now, we would have 4 riders split by just 7 points, and Andrea Dovizioso on the factory Ducati leading the MotoGP World Championship. That could all change, of course, with this fantastic fight raging now between Rossi and Marc Marquez. It looks like Johan's with Marc Marquez in close pursuit. Rossi goes for a tear-off on the start-finish straight. He leads the Dutch TT then by just over a tenth from Marquez. Dovizioso and Crutchlow have just set personal best laps. Bradley Smith has crashed out of the race on the factory KTM. Smith was circulating in 20th place. A pivotal role in this race. We certainly hope not, because we've got an absolutely corking MotoGP race here in Assen. Bradley Smith crashed in at turn number 7. Let's hope that he's not aggravated some of the damage to that badly mangled left little finger that kept him out of the Barcelona race a couple of weeks ago. There is Petrucci then, about 0.3 of a second quicker than Marquez, and Petrucci right in front of him. Daniel Petrucci is going to be close to, he's going for it. That's Ruben, turn number 5, Petrucci. I was just about to say he's lining up a move on Marquez, and he does it at the very next corner. Petrucci up into second place.
Well, it's his great friend Valentino Rossi. First dry weather podium finish. 2 front row starts in Barcelona and here. Really going well in Barcelona before he crashed out. Rossi into the chicane. What a famous victory this would be for the 38-year-old. 10 laps to go.
It would be a massive win for the...
Coming down through the Veenslang, coming down towards Rustenhoek. And further down towards the right-hander, Steckenval.
Rossi's trying to check out here, isn't he?
He's trying to go.
He's got the lead now for the first time in this race with, what, 9.5 laps remaining. He's up to over a second for the... Seeing spots of rain on his visor because he's in complete control of this Dutch TT now is Rossi. He comes over the line. Last time around he was almost half a second quicker than Petrucci in second place.
What's the gap between
charging?
Dovizioso?
It's come down to 1.7 seconds. Last time around, Dovizioso was 6th lap here last year when he crashed out, just in front of Cal Crutchlow. That's at Struben, turn number 5 for Bautista, so another top 6 slips through the grasp of the Spaniard. That's pushed, well, Paul Header ends up to 12th, Danny Pedrosa up to 8th place now. And then for the riders, should they desire to come in and change bikes, there is late drama here. What a potential sting in the tail here. You are now allowed to pull into the...
Dovizioso is... Oh, sorry, I'm getting it.
You can see quite clear... No, Dovizioso's ahead of Zarco. You can see faces.
7.5 laps to go. MotoGP, it just brings the biggest surprises, the biggest shocks that you could ever believe. Dovizioso now on the charge. He knows Vinales is...
Nothing to lose, has he? That's absolutely nothing to lose.
Right, back at the front, Rossi under real pressure now from Danilo Petrucci. Andrea Dovizioso also in the hunt, as you can see. Marc Marquez 4, Zarco in, Crutchlow now moves up to 5th place.
Guys, Hector Barbara also come in for a bike change.
Right with Valentino Rossi at number 9 in his face. Dovizioso now closing up. Dovizioso up the inside of Petrucci. Dovizioso moves into 2nd place in the chicane.
Dovizioso's looking so strong. Valentino Rossi leads in at the start of lap 21. And all Rangers come into the pits for a bike swap.
Almost side by side they race, the two Ducatis down the Wienslang.
Lorenzo's in as well.
Advantage. Lorenzo in.
He's coming in for his bike swap. Those guys now need it to absolutely pour down with rain. On side of Rossi, doesn't he, at Ramshoek? He's going to have a lunge at the inside of the Timber chicane, surely. Petrucci will go up the inside. No, he can't quite find a way through. How close was that between Rossi and Petrucci? Rossi stands firm. He leads over the line to start lap 22.
105,000 people just stand up and applaud. This is 4 3/4 laps to go. Here comes Dovizioso. He definitely thought about it that time round and decided no, he is lining up Rossi. But Petrucci up the inside as he lines him up, back into 2nd place.
Petrucci and Mendevane. What a race we've got here. This is down.
No, Petrucci leads. He should cross the line with 4 laps to go. Could he win his first Grand Prix?
Petrucci got amazing grip and drive coming out of Dukersloop. Blitzed past Rossi like Rossi was on a Moto2 bike. Petrucci then leads. He led for the first time in his MotoGP career here, won quite easily. Dovizioso and Marquez then. Maybe just running out of steam at the end of this race. Johan Zarco's just come over the line. We know that he's on full wets. He did a 1:43 last time around, so he's about 5 seconds off of the pace. Dovizioso fighting back again on Marc Marquez. These are absolutely crucial.
The atmosphere at this circuit is like the World Cup final of soccer. People are going crazy. 105,000 spectators, and they are being richly entertained by the best riders in the world.
Cal Crutchlow there in that 5th race has had a disaster. He's got a ride through penalty. He exceeded the pit lane speed limit when he came in to change bikes. You can only run at 60 kilometres an hour, so Johan Zarco.
Can you believe it? What else can happen here? Rossi leads the way. We have
throwing everything at this. He knows that he's trying to get that crucial victory. There's so much risk over reward here for Rossi. Confirmation on your screen. Speeding in the pit lane is going to cost Johan Zarco. Don't think he's going to actually now finish inside the point scoring places.
Back at the front. Can race. Marquez 3rd. Dovizioso 4. Crutchlow on the inside. He's going to get past Dovizioso. He's gone through.
He's got the inside line. Crutchlow then up in a 4th place.
Crutchlow looks very capable. Petrucci and Rossi still fight it out for the lead. Marquez in 3rd. It would be a 4-point advantage for Andrea Crutchlow. Marquez now back into 3rd place. Dovizioso right on the rear wheel of the LCR Honda. Crucial World Championship points at stake.
Valentino Rossi then on the brink of his 115th career victory in Grand Prix. Turn number 11, Rossi in the final sector.
38 years old, the absolute masterclass. Surely one of the greatest motorcycle races we have ever seen as Marquez gets back past Crutchlow to take 3rd place. His 115th Grand Prix.
Earned 6th place. What a race. What an incredible 26-lap race here in Assen. Unbelievable scenes.
I've got to lie down in a darkened room for about a week now.
I'm going to still do Moto2.
Right, Karel Abram, what a result for him.
Brilliant watering prospect, heading to Germany in just 5 days' time. The top 4 in the World Championship split by just 11 points. Andrea Dovizioso, we forget, he's now leading the World Championship.
Oh, absolutely unbelievable Dutch TT.
With 20 years and 313 days since his first win.
What more can you say about the man? Very little. Just look at his record. Just look at the way his record. Luca Cadalori's